Hi everyone, I'm back. Anyways, what I had planned for this day, day 11, was to work on my house more. Or, actually get started on it. And the first flooring I plan to use is cobblestone. And, after I get enough resources, I plan to replace that cobblestone with stone brick. And eventually, when I get access to the nether, I wanna have a quartz brick. Because from my experience, quartz brick looks really nice paired with cherry blossom wood. Or cherry sapling, cherry wood, whatever it is. They look really good together. Making the house honestly took a few days. I'm pretty sure I stopped sometime in the middle of day 13. It'll be a while before I bother going after sand for glass. So until then, I figured why not use trapdoors? They cherry trapdoors make for some really good windows. Or window replacer? I was building this tower in one of my hardcore saves. It was really pretty and I'm really sad I fell for a skeleton horse trap in it. It suddenly spawned in my town, so I got sidetracked. Anyway, my tower. All of the windows, all four sides of it, I put cherry trapdoors on them. It took a while to do that, and whenever I saw how it looked when I was finished, I felt really accomplished. So I know maybe if you're not overdoing it, they will look good together. And with these last few blocks, the house is done. Now that is a nice little base. Might not be the prettiest one I've ever made, but it's a nice one all the same. The torches will eventually be replaced with lanterns, so it'll look even better. I spent the rest of the day sorting blocks. Day 14, though. That's when some excitement for me begins. Before I, for some reason, decide to go down in the mines, I decide to find my shears, go out and take care of the sheep, and grab myself some honeycomb. You can get honey from the bees whenever it has a drippy thing, whenever you have a glass bottle, or you can get honeycomb from it. With shears. I don't know why, but I want a large bee empire at some point. I don't think I'm gonna have any use for the honey, unless I get creative, I guess. Of course, to be able to get honey or honeycomb, you have to have a campfire under the nest. And guess what I didn't have? And I didn't exactly have the resources for a campfire. So that was fun to discover. That might be the reason I went into the cave in the first place. Though, in this game, especially this playthrough, I tend to do stupid crap all the time for no reason, even when I know better, which is all the time. Aww, look at me being cautious. Like the last time I went down this mine, I kept an eye out for any ore I could get my hands on, copper included. I want to try my hand at making a monster farm after all. And since copper oxidizes and it's literally everywhere, I may as well use it. I think it'll look really cool when I'm done with it. This is why I hate skeletons. In most of my runs, they're the thing that killed me the most. And this is when I decided, after I heal up a little bit, I'm gonna go topside again. Yes, that's the smartest thing to do. I was just glad I didn't come back empty-handed. And yes, I am using wood to smelt it. That's primarily what I use in all my runs, even with a normal base game. I usually just don't have enough coal to, you know, smelt stuff with it. After too long of a struggle to figure out how to make campfire, I finally made a few of them. I plan to make another beehive or two after this. So, yeah. I prefer putting a carpet over the fire because I don't know if the bees can harm themselves if they dip down in it. So, I mean, I know I can if I step on it. Why won't they be able to hurt themselves if they just touch it? And I want them to stay safe and not die. Thankfully, one shearing gives you enough comb to be able to make another beehive. So you don't ever have to worry about that. I was so sure I saw a bee roaming around with some pollen, so I wanted to go get it, but by the time I was done with what I wanted, it was gone. Just completely gone. No trace of it anywhere. In this valley, you should have been able to see it. So its home is probably that one tree up on the hill. Disappointed, I gathered sugarcane, waited around to breed my bees, got wheat, bred my cows, moved stuff around, and finally was able to go to bed. Deciding risking my life for some ore wasn't worth it, I went with strip mining. I wanted full iron armor and a shield to fend off those pesky skeletons and creepers. Namely the skeletons. I hate them. They're the bane of my existence. Of course, creepers suck too. They killed me a few times on hardcore. When I do die on the save, I'd like to do a casual Minecraft series, one where I don't talk. And it'd be kind of a more long form content, where there's not too much editing, that type of thing. But, I want to do the same for my, Slime Rancher playthrough I'm gonna do in the future. Next weekend though, or should I say this coming weekend, I might be able to get the Necromech. I I want to be able to return to Warframe soon. Unless I need the Railjack too. Do I need the Railjack too? You know what? The more I think about it, and think about how I got through the story in my main, I think I'm gonna need the Railjack too. Oh boy. I'll see about getting that too, just in case. I'm pretty sure I need it. That's nice. Dread aside, look at that! A geode. I absolutely adore geodes in this game. Amethyst makes one of the prettiest noises out of basically every other block when you walk over them. Just, if you want to harvest the whole thing, if you still want crystals to grow, there's these little geode spots that, they look cracked, like where all the little geocrystals are growing. Do not pick those up. If you leave them alone, you will be able to have more amethyst shards grow on them. Just be cautious. Despite not being low on gear, I went topside to make myself an iron helmet, some boots, and a shield. I am honestly pretty lucky, in my opinion, to have found as much iron as I did for such a short trip. And now I should probably stand some sort of a chance against some skeletons. On day 17, I went back down to strip mine more, and I'm pretty sure I knew there was going to be a cave system near the geode, so I was prepared to fight. Despite how often I go underground and into these cave systems, I prefer having diamond armor to make the little trips. I have that little faith in myself to stay alive whenever I'm in hardcore. Do you hear all those skeletons? I do, and I hate it. I really hate it. I personally like putting my torches on the left side, so whenever you want to go home, they're on the right, so you know you're on the right path, basically. after digging up a bit more iron, I found this really cool open part of the cave. I I didn't like it, but at the same time I did, just because of how it looked, but also didn't like it because of how open it was. But I plan to explore it a lot. You usually find diamonds and places like this, and I'm getting pretty deep, so eventually I should find some. I have a love-hate relationship with the Caves and Cliffs update. I love the lush biome. I mean, my main save, I'm kind of living underground most of the time because of that update. I managed to find a lush biome really close to where I built my home. So I was able to transfer a lot of stuff from it to my place, and I found a lot of axolotls and some tropical fish too. So, yeah, that's probably the one of my favorite parts of it. It's really nice to find some deep slate too. I like deep slate brick. It looks really nice. With no more torches, but plenty of fear of falling off into lava left, I returned to the surface to go to bed. I went ahead with smelting my finds first thing the next morning, made a spyglass, gathered up more comb for another beehive, spent an eternity waiting to breed my little bees, and decided the ugliness of the ruined nether portal was no longer tolerable outside of my house. I'll either make it look nice later on, or I'll tear it all down and move it into my future basement. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do the future basement one. I end the day with sorting my storage and staring at the sun. down to the mines the next day. I'm pretty sure from the notes I took, I was down there for a few days. I don't know what's wrong with that spider. I have no idea what he's enchanted with. If anyone else does, it'd be cool to find out. It was kind of really creepy finding that. I wonder if that weird spider came from this spawner, but probably not. They're way far apart from each other. But I found something good in the chest here. A name tag. I like name tags, and well, I'm not really the closest. Oh no, I did see a couple of horses outside of my town, so I'm definitely gonna put that saddle to use. I don't know why I didn't bother going home at this point. My inventory's full, I've been throwing stuff out to replace it with other stuff. I can't believe it, but I did find a couple of diamonds. So I think, yeah, I know I'm gonna save them until I can get a enchanting table. I'll put them to good use that way. And hopefully until I find a lot more diamonds, I can get decent protection on what iron stuff I have. Finally comfortable leaving, I returned home with quite the successful haul and my head high. That was the longest mining trip I think I've done in hardcore in a while. The most successful too. I went ahead and smelted everything I needed to, threw other junk in the proper chests, and then searched for a speedy horse. He's not the best jumper in the world, but he has a lot of health, and I like how fast he is. I went ahead and named him Lance. Not sure why, it was just something that came off the top of my head. Totally didn't have to think about or anything. And, you know, Lance might be lonely being the only horse in the pen. So after I named him, I decided to take back the saddle and go after another horse. Hey everyone, Froggy here. I am so sorry it took me so long to post this. I was having a hard time recording my script for a few days, and then there were a few days or a couple of days where I felt a little too drained to work on it. And then there was a day or so I kind of forgot to work on it. I hope you don't mind. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Have a safe and blessed day or night wherever you are. Laters, everyone. Froggy out.